I've sold my KTM 890 with a big heavy heart, mind you. It's a beautiful bike. KTM, you made a beautiful bike here with the lower center of gravity, the weight of it, the handling of it, the power. I took it out for a long ride, like all the way to Northern California. That was my longest ride on it. So the reason for this video is to give you some information as to what I went through in trying to fit the bike to me. And I'll tell you all what I did exactly and where I stopped. So, loved riding the bike. The bike is awesome. It has enough power. The handling is great. It flicks on corners, on the hills. It was awesome. I've ridden it for about 2,700 miles from brand new. The problem that I faced was, number one was the legs. It was a little cramped, but I corrected that. I bought pegs that go lower. These are stock pegs, but I had the other pegs on it that go lower by about 15 millimeters from a company called Raid Garage. And those pegs were like awesome. It just made my legs, when I sat on the bike, it made me feel very comfortable. It just fit properly. The other problem that I faced was the wind buffeting. So it was much more than the 1250 GS I had before this bike, which I was expecting in any case. So I corrected that also by putting on this big windshield, and that corrected that to a very great extent. This is a good windshield, by the way. The third problem that I faced was my arms. My arms, as you can see, are long. So when I sat on the bike, I just could not get it into a right position for me, like into a comfortable position, I would say. So for my age and for my style of riding, I needed to be more comfortable. And that's where I faced a problem. So I tried to correct that by changing the seat, which is, you can see this is a Corbin seat, and it helped. It helped quite a bit, actually. It still did not correct it 100%, and I really wanted to, like, again, mind me, don't get me wrong, it was great for short rides. It was great for, going 100, 150 miles in a day, no problems there. I'm saying with minor problems, but nothing major. But when I went in for a major ride, like over 3 or 4 days, riding like 200, 250 miles per day or somewhere around there, then yes, I could feel it. I never felt that on the GS, but here I could feel it. So the next option that I had, so the seat was corrected. It lowered the seat. I could have corrected it a bit more, and actually I did try it. I sent the stock seats to Sargent Seats, and they sent me back their version of it, and that was actually pretty good. But now, since I'm selling the bike, I sent it back and had them redo it to the stock seat so I can put the stock seat back on the bike when I sell it. The next option I had was to raise the handlebars, and I did that. So these handlebars are raised here. It still was not 100%, and I really wanted to keep a bike like this for the long haul. And when I'm talking long haul, from Southern California to Alaska, and eventually going internationally. So for that, I have to build a bike slowly and get trained on it and get used to it and really feel very comfortable on it. The option I had after that, I did a lot of research, by the way, as you can see. So the option I had after that was to change the handlebars. And that's where I stopped, and I'll tell you the reason why I stopped. I actually found a company that could make really good, like, custom handlebars for me. And I knew that those handlebars would work because it would raise it by about another inch and taper these back to me, like angle it slightly back to me, and that's what I needed, pretty much, right there. I don't know if you can see me, but something like this. To do that, since I've already raised the handlebars currently, the current handlebars are already raised, but to do that, They might, and nobody had the answer for this. KTM, I called KTM, I called the dealer, I called even KTM directly, and nobody had an answer for this, that if the current cables would work with that. And the problem is that in case the current cables don't work with that, and if I end up changing the cabling on the bike, not only it is expensive, I mean very expensive, plus the other major reason was that it could void the warranty. Now if it voids the warranty, that's a 2-year unlimited miles warranty on this bike, and if it doesn't work even after that, then I'm pretty much screwed, I guess. I can't even sell the bike then because it doesn't even have a warranty on it. So that's where I pretty much stopped. I decided, okay, this is as far as I go. Let me take my loss here and go find something else. So what did I find?